Hey guys, it's Alicia, and I actually have something a little different for you guys today. I have a mixed media canvas process video. I ordered this Epiphany collection from Art Attack. It's the is it A4? Is that what they call it? The A4 pad, I believe, by Prima, and I love this paper. It came out last year, I believe, but it is so pretty and it's really, really hard to find. Actually, that was the only place I found it, and I think I got the last one. Um, so yeah, I have searched the internet far and wide looking for this paper. So when I finally found it, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it. And it also came with a pack of dimensional stickers, which is cool. Tracy, the owner, I believe her name is Tracy, she does that with a lot of her products, like product lines. She'll combine like embellishments with the paper pads and just sell it to you at a bundle at a reduced price. So, yeah, if you haven't ever checked out her site, check it out. It is Art Attack. I'm sorry, I don't know the web address. I'll try to put it in the link if I remember. But anyways, that Instax looking camera picture is actually from Jen from Oh Yeah, It's Jen. She sent a few of them actually to me in a pocket letter. So thank you, Jen. I just thought it was cute to put on this canvas as kind of a focal point. So what you saw me doing while I was kind of gabbing is I selected two papers. I'm working on an 8 by 10 canvas, and this is just a stapled canvas from Michaels, nothing fancy. And I tore the edges and layered them, and I put them down with fluid matte medium. And then I just picked out another paper to kind of layer behind my picture. But before I put that down, I'm going to add some texture with some modeling paste here. And my art is stencil, which has been getting a workout since I've gotten it. And now I'm going in with this, I don't know what it's called specifically, but it's a Tim Holtz stencil and it kind of looks like tire tracks. Of course, distressed tire tracks because it's Tim Holtz, but it's a really cool stencil too. I like it a lot. So yeah, I'm just kind of laying that down around where my main focus is going to be. And I'm also going to put some on the side. So I try to show you there real quick, but I always forget when I'm filming that I speed 4 times and I don't pay attention to how fast I'm doing it. So I did do a little bit on the sides also. So I'm going to do a bit of stamping. This is a Bow Bunny stamp, and I love this stamp set. So this is kind of like a cobble wall looking type thing, I guess you would call it. And I'm using black archival ink, and I just stamped that randomly. And now I'm going to go in with this Tim Holtz kind of a checkered type looking stamp, and I'm just going to do a little bit of that as well as get it on the sides. I kind of wanted it to carry over like where it would meet on the side of the canvas, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have that done, and I'm going to use some distress inks to add color. So this is scattered straw, and I'm just rubbing it onto my mat there and then adding a bit of water and then painting it on. This is a really pretty color. It's like a buttery yellowish type color, and you can kind of see the shape that I'm trying to form here. And I forgot to put some in that upper corner as well, so I'm going to go back and do that in a second. But yeah, I'm just kind of following the form that the tear had made in the paper with the color. So you know, okay, let me say this before I say that. This is ripe persimmon, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm also going to mix it with a little bit of white gelato just to soften it, just a tiny bit. And this is also a really pretty color too. It's like a orangey, like a really pretty autumn orangey color. But I do want to say, I love doing mixed media. And I know that a lot of people love it also, but are scared to try it. And I just want to put it out there that this does not come easy to me. Mixed media is something that I think it's easy, or you look at it and it's such a random, it's like a collection of randomness that comes together so beautifully. But for me, it does not come easy, even though it's a random look in the end. I excuse me. I have control issues, and so it does not come easy to me. So for those of you that are scared, I mean, the best you can do if you want to try it is just try, and just keep at it and keep working with it. I watch a lot of mixed media videos and just kind of try to take things that I see that they do that I like and apply it to what I'm trying to do. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But I will say I was happy with how this canvas turned out in the end. So while I was just giving my little speech there, I did a little bit more distress ink coloring. I used iced spruce, I think it's called, and evergreen bow. And I mixed those together to kind of create that same color that background paper was. And then I also put some bronze glaze, Silk's glaze paint in there just to add a shimmer. And silks are very transparent, and so it just adds enough, but not too much. I didn't want to go too far down the brown route there. So those little things in the upper left-hand corner, I actually fussy cut out of one of the sheets of paper. It's a butterfly and a bird cage. And then I got these wood pieces at Michael's, and I just like to cut them apart and use them in different ways. They're just kind of like cute filigree shapes, so I don't think they're meant to be cut apart, but I cut them apart. So I just gessoed that up there, and it's going to angle perfectly with kind of the flow that I want my layout to have there. And so what am I doing now? Oh, I grabbed a couple Prima chalk edgers that I have. This one is Fall Leaf and the other one is Shabby Taupe, that kind of light taupe color. And I just wanted to give everything a little bit of color on the edges so it could kind of stand apart a little bit. And going around that photo with the Shabby Taupe. And I'm using cardboard to kind of make everything even because that wood piece wouldn't allow my picture to sit straight. So I'm going to start putting some stuff down now. And I'm just using Fabri-Tac. I just didn't feel like grabbing my glue gun and plugging it up. And I don't know, I'm lazy like that. So yeah, so that's stuck down, and I'm going to grab some of this drywall tape. This is really cool. If you've never heard of it, you can get it at any home store like, Home Depot or things like that, Menards, whatever, hardware stores. And it's self-adhesive and it just adds a really cool texture. It's like a mesh. And so I'm just sticking it on the right side of the canvas along that edge and just layering a few pieces up on the top of the picture and the bottom of the picture. And I had one little tiny piece left, so I just stuck it there. And then I just threw some up in the upper left as well. And what am I doing with this chalk edger? Oh, I was just going around these fussy cut images that I cut out, I think with the Shabby Taupe, just to give them a little tiny bit of definition. I didn't want to use the orange one, the fall leaf one though, so I just went with that Shabby Taupe, and I'm going to glue these down. I'm just using Tombow because I wanted to use the fine tip because I wanted to pull up the edges of that butterfly on the sides to give it a little dimension. And then I'm just going to pop up this other piece, this bird cage here, and I'm going to kind of layer it on top of that. The images in this collection are really cute. They're very like, they're sketchy and they're whimsical. I don't know. I was drawn to this collection. I don't know. I mean, I love Prima, but this line and specifically I really liked. So these are some old chipboard pieces. I think they're from Almanac, which is a line also by Prima, and I'm going to use these two pieces on here. One is a clock, and then the other one says Moments, which will be the title. And then I went and just pulled some flowers from my stash. These are a mix of Prima and Recollections from Michael's. That's a big fabric flower that I've had forever, so I'm glad I finally did something in that color so I could use this flower. And that little flower up in the top corner is also from that same pack, so it's the same color. And yeah, these are just random flowers that I have in my stash. Like I said, a mix of Recollections and Prima, and I'm just kind of arranging them. I'm not really the best flower arranger, but I am trying to get better at that. So I'm going to stick this chipboard piece underneath so I can layer my flower over it there. And Yeah, this was a surprising color combo that I liked for me. It's not really like a go-to combo for me, but I really love how it turned out in the end. I think the orange kind of made it for me, so which was not part of the original plan. I know I wanted them that butter color and then blues, excuse me, but I did not know that I want that orange, so that was a nice surprise as I got going with the canvas. And I do pull all the leaves off the back of my flowers. I don't like those on there, so some people do, I suppose. I don't, so I pull them off. And that little bunch of like brown flowers I got at Recollections, and or at Recollections, at Michael's, they're Recollections. And I must say, I'm not that impressed with them. I like the size and I like the color, but you can see the glue everywhere on them. So that kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm going to gesso these flowers up in a little bit though, just put a little bit of gesso on them and then that'll hopefully hide some of it. So this is a Martha Stewart punch. I think it's called like a hydrangea punch or something, and it's the bigger one. There's another one with some smaller ones on it. And I just took my stylus thingy and a pad and I just kind of gave them a little bit of shape. And I'm going to tuck them in here and there. And I punched those out of the paper collection. So just to use them as fillers. And now I'm taking another Martha Stewart punch. This is that little leafy punch. I don't know what that one's called. And I just punched a few of those out to also tuck in. And so you're going to see me here just glue those in, just kind of around the picture. And it just fills everything in, makes everything look a little bit fuller. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm going to stick this chipboard piece down, I think. Oh, no, I'm going to gesso these flowers a little bit. And that's always my favorite part because I feel like it really just brings everything together for me in these kind of projects. It's something about when the background is really distressed and mixed media-ish, but then you have these like crisp flowers on there. When you gesso them, it just makes everything come together. So I'm going ahead and just dabbing a really thin layer of gesso, over things, as well as that chipboard piece. And I'm going to glue that down now. And that's kind of like the title of the page or of the canvas. And I'm going to stick that little goofy flower up there. It just has like a weird shape. There's not even really a shape to it. It's just scrunchy. So these are the 3D stickers that come with the collection. They're really pretty. They're layered and they have gold foil on them. And I'm going to use this clock one. It has a butterfly on it and it has some like text strips layered in the back of it. Really pretty. And just wanted to gesso that in because, I mean, it's a sticker, so it had kind of that shininess to it. I wanted it to blend a little better. And yeah, I cut this little tiny birdie out of the collection too. You'll probably be able to see it better in the stills at the end, but it's so cute. So these are some gears, metal gears, and they're the bead landing ones, and you get a billion of them in this container for the same price you would pay for the Tim Holtz ones for like, 9 of them or whatever you get. But so I just go for these. They're cheaper. So I pulled out some gold ones and some different shapes and sizes, and I'm going to tuck them in here and there. I just like that metal element on these kind of projects. I just think it gives it a little bit of like something, I don't know, a different texture, a different something. So, and I'm sorry, my camera is going to cut off soon. You're going to see this little next step I do, and then it cuts off because I actually ran out of memory. But you'll see in the end of the stills, I didn't add too much more. I added some black splatters, and what I'm doing now is I'm mixing some micro beads, some in clear right now, and then I'm going to add some black in a minute. Into some heavy matte gel, and I'm just kind of spreading it on the flowers with the clear beads, and then when I add the black I'm going to put the beads along the bottom, along the right side, and a little bit in that upper cluster there. And then like I said, I did some splatters with my India ink, and that really was it. And I apologize for my camera cutting off. That was not very cool. So yeah, I hope you liked it. I know this is kind of something different than I normally do. But, if you want to see more of this kind of thing, let me know. I just thought I would kind of just take the time to film this while I was doing it you know, I also just love this collection and I wanted to share it. So hopefully you liked it. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.